Hello, my name is Brandon Dean. This will represent the first time most of you on moreonu.com have seen or heard me speak on video, although I have done other stuff, but it's neither here nor there. Anyway, I just want to explain a couple things about the article I just wrote, since I decided to lately that I was going to start using my damn video camera instead of letting it, I use it for artistic purposes a lot, but I don't use it a lot for, or ever really, for what I bought it for, which is this, actually being able to communicate with people in an eye-to-eye sort of basis, well, at least my eye to your artificial eye, a little bit. Anyway, this article I wrote it's basically just a spewing of emotions. Usually the articles that I write are they tend to be more research oriented or even current events oriented. So this one was pretty different, and anyway, I haven't written in a long time, as you might have noticed, I should say. I think the last article I wrote was in April or May, maybe June, I don't remember. But maybe this could also help serve as somewhat of an introductory video to people who are new to moreonu.com, and by new to moreonu.com I mean anybody that's come here since the prisonplanet.com exodus of last November, when our beloved JT Coyote sent us so many great users. Thank you very much. Don't think we'll ever forget that either, JT. I'm going to send you a nice fruit basket this Christmas. Anyway, so to you guys, I've been, I've been absent from the forum for a lot of months, until the last couple of weeks. That was my heater. The last couple of weeks I finally have been able to get back to the forum. We won't get into reasons why I was gone so long, but anyway, I've been doing this for a long time, and there just comes a point where, I'll put it this way, to explain what I mean by doing this for a long time. I was doing this for a long time before there was any sort of internet, especially any sort of internet as we know it. There was Usenet and a couple other things, but there was nothing like we know today as far as communication over the internet and interaction with video and with words especially. And every once in a while it just, I don't know, I think like anything, when you do it long enough and you're forced to repeat yourself enough times, there comes a point where you just gotta spew your emotions. And being that I haven't written anything in so many months, that was, it was basically a culmination of a lot of different things, but mostly just my personal reaction to what this truth movement has become. To put it in a little perspective, the term truth movement has always seemed silly to me. Being that I was trying to inform people of corruption in politics and that kind of thing for 10 years before there was a term called truth movement. The closest we had to that was patriot movement, but that was a very loose term, and it was used, but I don't know. In any case, moreonu.com is by far, and speaking as someone who's spent many years looking at different forums to see, to find the best forum, a couple of years ago, it's been 2.5 years I guess at this point, I found the best forum, and it's moreonu.com. I'm not even trying to promote it at this point. This is just going to be in a reply to a thread. But anybody who's listening or watching this is already going to be paying attention to it anyway. But anyway, it is the best forum I've ever found, and that's for a lot of reasons which we won't get into, but basically the main gist of the article was about people who expect reality to change, the rest of reality to change with their reality when they wake up, quote unquote. Okay? It's hard for some people to deal with the fact that when you become aware of so much information at once, so much horrendous information at once, so much mind-boggling information at once, and by at once I use that term lightly because it's everybody is awoken by degrees. It has a lot to do with how long you've been doing this and how serious you've been about it, and if you've chosen the correct path as far as what you're, basically that boils down to how serious you are, because the more serious you are, the more serious research you do, and the more you realize that you must mix this serious research with your common sense, which was another point in the article. But as far as waking up, I've noticed that a lot of people, when they go through this waking up process, it could be like walking through a door, where in one instant you're in a room that's completely normal, and the next instant you walk through a door and you're in a jungle wilderness of ones and zeros and words and stories and propaganda, people who are trying to mislead you. And if you make the mistake of trying to follow the herd ever, in any situation in life, just to follow the herd, if the herd's doing the right thing, you follow the herd. If the herd's not doing the right thing, you don't follow the herd. You must decide for yourself if you're going to be a leader in this war for truth and justice, which is what it is. It's a war. This is not a joke. It's not a game. It's not a social club. If you want a social club, hang out at prisonplanet.com. Their forums are a big social club. You get to stay within whatever boundaries they set for you, and that's how it goes. But in a real forum, at warrenu.com, where it's literally, I always use the analogy of the store. It's of free stuff. It's on the side of the road. It's like, you just walk in and you could either use this information to the best of your abilities and to lead you in the right direction, or you can hang around for the social aspect and wait for certain members to make decisions for you. And fortunately for us, a lot of people don't do that here, and that's why it's the best forum. But anyway, getting down to the bottom of it, it's just the whole article was basically a little frustration and mixed with encouragement coming out. There's a flood of emotions. If you look at it from an artistic point of view, the article might make a lot more sense to you. Anyway, this has been my first video, and I hope you all really appreciate what you have here at warrenu.com, and because I certainly did. And I don't want, as harsh as I come off sometimes being a moderator, it's really never anything personal. It's all in the favor and the preservation of the website itself and the forums themselves. And if I'm presented with conflict and aggression, I present conflict and aggression back. And then when it gets, if and when it gets through to the person that, it's nothing personal, it's a defense of the forums, we can get down to the, facts. We could talk about what's really going on. I've done it many times. Someone browsed through my posts, you'd see many people who, others might refer to as shills, or trolls, but I worked at them and got to a point where they understood, even if they didn't keep posting, even if they never admitted it publicly. I've received many private messages of admitting, man, you were right. So it's like, I hope that a lot of you, of the others of you, get these sorts of things, and because it's a big encouragement, and that's why I wanted to put that in that article, is because the signs of success are not always outward. The signs of success are not always in your face. You know, most of the accolades I've personally received through this site and about this site were received in private, not in public, although there were many, many in public also. But, you know, so that's another point of the article is, you know, there's, you know, you got a choice. You could give up or you could fight. You know, some things in this world are black and white. Most things aren't. Some things are. You know, like I was saying earlier, this is a war. This isn't a game. You know, I'm here to give my life for truth and justice. It's not just truth, it's justice. You know, which the common man has never had. You know, never truly had. You can argue at times, certain eras in history, there have been moments here and there, but they were fleeting, and they were rare. Eastern or Western civilization. You know, and that's what we're here, that's what we're about. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I'll take that back. That's why I'm here. I don't give a shit what anybody else does. I don't give a mad fuck. Straight out. This is a war, and I don't, you, in this kind of war, you can be a one-man army, and that's what I am. Thank you very much.